above and below. I'll now switch the camera, and so you can see. Where is the switching the camera? Flip camera. That's it. Yes. Okay. Mulberry tree, as you see, in its full bare glory, with amazing colors in the background. Look at that. That's amazing. I didn't bring the other phone, so it's a pity because this divide between the two worlds is incredible. I don't know if we are live and how is the signal. Oh, great to see you. Thanks so much. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been away, very, very busy with the mundane, with all sorts of stuff happening and traveling locally within the country, but dealing with a lot of stuff, administrative paperwork and so on. And so I didn't get a chance. And anyway, the piano there is out of tune, so I couldn't stream that aspect. And I wasn't really getting a chance of spending time in nature, so I didn't make any of the mapoids. And right now I'm tracking this in 3D. Oh, Mark, welcome. Thanks for joining. How are you? I actually did manage to do one painting and I've shared it on Instagram, although I haven't finished it, though it's just partially done. But look at these colors today. I'm actually one of the rare occasions when I actually have the headphones and the little sponge to absorb all of these blows of wind. Yeah, well, welcome, Prudent. But we are in Montenegro. This is the Boca Bay, and that's the Risan or Rizon, as it was called in the Roman times. It was the municipium. You were sick again? No, it's okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I was actually even not sharing much on social media. It's quite funny. I should integrate it much more, but you know, sometimes I'm kind of absolutistic, which is a trait I want to remove from myself. You know, so many. So anyway, so this is Montenegro. Also, if it wasn't clear enough about where Boca Bay is, super beautiful. But that is inspiring, that divide with the mulberry tree and the land just in the middle, because that's why in the water, you know, there was a famous philosopher, French, I forgot the name, and he was treating in a philosophical analysis every element, and for water he said it's so diverse, it can represent so many things because it's reflecting everything. It's the most reflective of all, although metal as well could be reflective in a way. But water, it could be the universe. Water is literally reflecting the sky right now, right? We see the mass of land. Just imagine to the medieval mind how this might have looked like. The wonder to the way we are living. That's also beautiful. I should have brought the other phone for this filming actually. But anyway, it's okay as is. Is the sound okay though? The colors of the stone. Actually, the tide is off, right? How do you call it? Tide on and tide off? I don't know how to call that. Sounded excellent. Thanks so much. Great to know. So let's see. It's quite exciting. Like I was in the north of Montenegro, and it's actually snow. It's snow around, and in here you see this intense green, which is incredible. And of course, it's quite nice to see the bushes in its bareness. Somebody just collapsed something over there. Another sign of destruction. Wow, those lines in the water are amazing. You see that? And the summer savory, I think, is over there. Oh no, sorry, it's the other one. I forgot the name now, in English especially. going to sit and meditate in one point over there, where I was. There is another one of the springs. See, this is the active water from the mountain. Tide is out. All right, okay. That's the wave expressed from the coast of North Carolina. Wonderful, thank you, and welcome from North Carolina, connecting to this side of the world. Tide is out, right? Yeah, beautiful. And whenever it's like that, there is more exposed of those stones that are amphibians, right? They are living both in the air and underneath the sea in two conditions of the the YouTube channel is just now notifying me it's live. It was beautiful. Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite it's a stunning difference actually between this place and where I was in terms of there's something in the air as well. In the like it seems like as if it's different. Yeah, now we are a little bit in the there's a promontory there, so there isn't as much wind. It's beautiful. Just wonder where can we find a peaceful spot. Yeah, there should be another spring. You see, that's pity about the concrete. I would always prefer not to have a concrete, but that's just the evolution. We are evolving with the materials that we invent in togetherness, actually. And I have the newest crush. It's the Bella Tarr, the film director. I'm really inspired. Hey, Peter, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. How are you? Great to see you. There is another large stream now. Look at that energy. So good. Look at that energy. It's amazing. I know, actually, it's the Adriatic Sea. We are in the bay. Um, yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here for us to be able to share this in this world. And yeah, but I was just off live streaming for I think almost 2 weeks because on a spur of a moment, I went and then I got stuck with all sorts of stuff, and then didn't get the time. So I'm so glad to be back. Yes, the Adriatic Sea, and this is actually the Boca Bay. It's the bay, um, geographically basin. It's not a fjord. I always mix those two, Freud and fjord. And the psychologist said, "Oh my God, yes, I must say this." Yeah, when I saw that, wow, I couldn't believe it. Like I was inquiring even with some people that had experience living in Ukraine, and they were thinking that it's not going to happen. And I was really hoping it's not going to happen. And now, like, it's really, I hope that whatever happens, I just hope that there won't be that many casualties because it's so unnecessary. Like any type of war is 21st century. Yeah, super disturbing. And then it's useless. All of the wars, I just don't understand it. For politics, right? Exactly, exactly. Yeah. I don't even know exactly is the territory or whatever, and it's so dark. Like all of the beauty that we have, and we have to have the war. Like I can't understand it. This place had it in between 1990s, although not in here, but it was in a nearby Bosnia and yeah, well, mostly in Bosnia, a little bit in Croatia, and like it was so ridiculous. To have something like that in Ukraine with so much culture beyond common sense. And especially when they have it actually with all of the, like, it seems to be a classical type of war. Thinking of the robots, that we are beyond human lives. Anyway, darkness. Thanks so much for the bomb, Super Heart. Um, yeah, I just wonder how will that finish? Let's find a spot, maybe somewhere over there, and have some peace, hoping that the world will realize that the peace is far more important than the war. Maybe I'll sit over there, just in that little peacefulness of a spot. The dilapidated building in front of us. Okay, so let's just go over here a little bit. Oh, it has really grown green since I've been last time. 2 or 3 weeks ago I was here. Last time, look at that red. It's amazing how nature is waking up with the fire. The fire wanted to find its color among the greenery. The red is always connected to beautiful place indeed. Kari, welcome. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's go over here. Again, a lot of concrete. Actually, go to the other side because of the wind. Maybe that's better. Let's just walk these steps. There you are. So nice. And sometimes just the sound of this. Yeah, we are in Montenegro in the Boca Bay right now. And this is the Adriatic Sea. It's a very beautiful day. Just doing a little. Actually, let's sit for a moment, just to enjoy a bit of the colors and the sound and everything, and actually pray for the world to have some sense about peace. Oh, thank you, Kari Saikonen, for subscribing to me. Are you from Finland by any chance? I'm asking because I was invited to the art residency in Finland, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing that. But I think I won't go this year, but maybe next year because of everything. Unless we go into there's a larger disturbance to the world than it already has been happening, then it's postponing for further. It's always about finding the humanity, what's human, what isn't. And this is something I love about this region. It's actually the moderation that's valued, the human that's not over disciplined, that's not over ambitious, it's not over something. There's something very futuristic about that, because I think with all of this optimization that we have with technology, we have to find ourselves anew. This little corner is actually very much peace inspiring. There is a protection on both sides because the promontories on that side, you see, and then also on this side. It's so nice, not such a beautiful connection. And the sculptures from the stone. You see, this stone is very much like those mountains. It's comprised of the same thing. The limestone. Wait a second, I have to get. So we literally have as below, so above, as Immanuel Kant used to say. In the beautiful places, it's even in literal sense. The diamonds. Let's go to the corner, maybe. This is definitely my meditation place, I can tell you that. So let's just find out a little bit what's the energy like. So now purposefully making a line out of this walk because it's 3D mapped, and then I'll repurpose it through art. I'm obsessed with lines lately, both in painting and in sculpture. I love the wires, and it's just this idea of line, because our life is a line in time. Our intentions are also the lines or potential lines, and only one realizes. And then somehow it reminds you of genetics. Anyway, let's Heavenly Dew, great to see you. Good morning. Wow, what a telepathy. This is interesting. I've noticed that with the like-minded people, so many times I've experienced telepathy. It's crazy. If it's too much wind, just everybody shout, say, put the sponge back. Oh my God, yeah, the sponge is running away from the microphone. Sorry about this. And this harsh concrete. That's also interesting. I know, to face the worst side of human beings. 100%, Kari, I agree with you. Indeed. And yeah, with what happened, I was absolutely shocked. And of course, Twitter gave me the idea that it has started. Just imagine the lives that will be destroyed. And I mean, already everything is, I don't know, in a very, very sad place. Yeah. Yeah, Heavenly Dew. I'm actually okay in here. I'm not too far. Sorry, I'm not too close to Ukraine. It's very far in that sense. But we are never, none of us on this planet are actually far from this, because this is 21st century. When it comes to the acts of violence, it affects all. If it happens to one, it's the same like with the virus. We have all witnessed how it can't just happen to one country and not another. So I think the same applies to this, and so we have to find. There has to be a solution. I'm praying for Ukraine and the rest of the world. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Smartbone, and likewise. And I hope that the more people. And you know what, Mahatma Gandhi, he used to say that it's actually through peaceful action we can arrive to the peaceful solutions. And I don't know how it will be done in practice, but I think both sides have to compromise. It can't be just one way or the other. It's just that, but I also feel that so many of the world leaders are more administrative than real, and so it's more about politics and saying the right thing at the right time than in a well-being of all, and that's actually what arrived us at where we are. Anyway, thank you so much for the one super heart, Heavenly Dew. Look at this pointy bush and also beautiful, glorious stone in there. Yeah, this is actually my favorite place. This is the place of really nice energy. And with the tide out, it's also beautiful where it withdraws. There you can see more of the underwater life, more of the underwater shapes. Exactly, to be today. Exactly, thank you. Because who knows, the nature, something to do with egos? Yeah, of course, 100%. Like ego is one of the worst things. And it's this thing that about the when it comes to lack of knowledge, and the less knowledge we have, it seems, the more ego. Goethe used to say that it's not the problem that the world is full of the world is full of people that are ignorant, and they are they're very confident in their ignorance, whereas the real knowledgeable are very insecure because there is always something that what if it's better, what if it's this way or another. Because about power and control, exactly, all abusers are definitely should learn to be humble, exactly. And but also, before anything else, to value another human being. I was thinking about that this morning, because I'm changing the bed, and then it gives a lot of opportunities for thinking. And in fact, the it's the respect. We have to show respect to the other, and this is not something that we learn easily. We have to if we learn not to respect the world and go through the world disrespectfully, then we're actually not respecting the self, because anything done to the other is actually doing it to the self. Just imagine now with the Ukraine and all of the horrors that is going to be going through, and we actually fully connected world right now. We are not just like what we were 100 years ago when the first World War happened. Then this is more sort of the places of clash, and it's just going to have a ripple effect. I fear to think about it. I'm not even thinking about the materialistic, the consequences. I think it's going to be problems with the gas and also the materials that they are using with Europe, because I think Europe is supplied with the gas from Ukraine, and they will probably, I don't know how it goes, probably put some limitations there or something. And that's actually the least, because there will be so many lives lost. So let's see what happens. But I think all we can do right now is pray and be in togetherness in thought with those people. I just wonder what is it karmically that created such a point in time where the line crossed in such a way that this had to happen. I like the sound of the machine in the distance. There is something about that. I think that's how our civilization sounds right now. I need to record those sounds. Exactly. Honor everybody's lives. 1,000%. You're correct. Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because with internet, we actually have now, at this point in time, we have more opportunity than ever to actually appreciate the other, to walk, figuratively speaking, into the shoes of the other. Like, look at just this act of live streaming. It's happening in the real time, and it's in different places on Earth, and we can really get one step closer to understanding the full context, because we can never understand a thing unless we have walked in their shoes, or at least nearby those shoes. And yet we have these events in the world. Minds in the sand, per se cities, we would be exactly without borders. I would love that actually. Heavenly view without borders, but with diverse cultures. Because sometimes what happens in throughout history, actually, in this particular place where we are right now. Oops, did I just? Oh, one moment. Sorry, just want to see if I've just put my jacket into the water. Okay, is it dry? What's happening here? um, yeah, in here, this was a place of a conflict a lot of the times throughout the history. It belonged to Romans, it belonged to Greeks, it belonged to Byzantines, it belonged to so many empires, the Venetians, all of this. And while it was belonging to so many, it was, of course, losing and changing the culture. And even today, I think it's very, very confused. It's very confusing for people living. What are they? Because of so many identity changes. Okay, I'll actually maybe sit in here for a moment. It's a very nice sunny place. Yeah, those white rocks, me too. Look at that. This in front of us, literally limiting. Head back to nature, exactly. And the water is amazing indeed. See, that rock is actually reminding of the mountain in front of us. Somehow, I actually see the patterns that are repeated under this light. Do you see this? Like, for example, this rock, and you see over there, it's very similar shape, because the mountain is constantly changing the shape, conditional to the corner of the sun it's on. That caught your eye. Wonderful. Yeah. See, thinking alike, and a proof that, in fact, telepathy is there. So it's very, very nice colors. It's getting a little bit chilly, 3:27 at this end. And I think I might have to be going soon. So now I just want to do some notes actually and get my jacket on. And because this is the mapoid, and this was a very interesting moment of reflection. Thank you so much. Oh my God, -5 in Dallas. Oof. Very cold. And here maybe it's 17 degrees right now. I'm just in a t-shirt, but I need this jacket right now because of the wind. And it's going to get very cold very soon. You see, the sun is very near. It's just about 2 hours until sunset. So, and I need to write and do some other stuff. So anyway, this was such a pleasure. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. I'll see you another time, hopefully now more regularly streaming. But absolutely, Deepti, I feel helpless, and I wish I could take away. Exactly. Absolutely. I sympathize with everything you said, actually, and I agree. And I really, really hope that, I don't know how, but that at least the casualties, the human lives will be pressured, won't be suffered, won't be sacrificed so much. Thank you. Definitely. Thank you so much, Heavenly. Do you too? Warm today. Ah, +3. Wow. Okay. Thank you. Have a great time, everyone. Bye. And once again, peace.